Hey, good morning. Good morning, morning. Yes, I'm already hyper because we've been for a walk already this morning and exercising. Got about 7:15 and got a good walk in and some sit-ups and got some what you call them things, bridges in. I got to get back in shape. The wedding is over and I need to get back in shape. Yes.
Who you brought that into?
Just because I'm on your page. Just because you married don't mean you can sit up and get fat. You still need to keep yourself up. Good morning. This is the morning show with H2O and Dr. Butterfly, the relationship specialist. What have we been talking about in the relationship realm? Well, first of all, I want to say this. People are leaving people. For a minute, that hadn't been happening.
What? You said what?
Leaving people, divorcing, moving out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like over the last few days, it's been people moved out their house, got filed for divorce.
Is it advancement or just
No. Of course.
divorce has been like one of the leading things that probably up second to car wrecks that attorneys are getting paid on.
Right, I know it. But the thing is, lately, a lot of people been trying to work stuff out for a while. But right now, divorce is in the air, man. I'm tell you how divorce happens. I'm gonna let you come here. You tell me what you think first.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you how divorce, in my opinion, from a relationship specialist, how divorce happens. Once H2O come back, y'all give me y'all comments on that. How does divorce happen? How do people get to the point where they have given up and they want a divorce? How does divorce happen? What drives relationships to the point of, I would say, divorce and
all right.
and even cheating?
Thanks for joining in, everybody. I appreciate it. And it looks like we're going to talk about what drives divorce because apparently divorce is up, but I never thought it went down. I think that's been one of the rising topics, period, as far as relationship goes. And go ahead. I want to say thank you to everybody that came out last night.
Oh yeah.
We had a fantastic time. Last night we had some Houston two-steppers. We had Chicago stepping. Big ups to my man Brian Brown, dude.
He taught over at Legacy last night.
He was over there at Legacy. He taught over at Legacy. Something was going on at his original spot, so we came through our spot. Taught over there. I had the partition going on, so we had Houston two-step classes going on one side. The other side, we had Chicago stepping, taught by Brian Brown on the other side. Then once the classes were over, we pulled the partitions apart and we did an all-styles dance. That's normally all-style social. That's a lot of what we really do. All-style social, but we do a lot of stuff. But we always invite everybody to come out and dance and have a terrific time with us. And guess what? You're invited Wednesday to our stepping class. We call it stepping practice. Come out and practice with us. We'll have the flyers out and everything. And one other thing, this morning will be our last morning show this week. We'll start back Monday. We'll start back on Monday. But yeah. So if you have any comments or anything you'd like to say or share with us, please feel free to come on and share and talk to us. We're talking about what's about divorce. The leading thing, probably one of the leadings that attorneys are getting paid for today is cashing in on divorces.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
But let's finish talking about that. So on Wednesdays, I think we're going to start to having a partition. So I think we're going to teach stepping and swing every Wednesday if people want to learn. And so we'll have a partition. I think we haven't totally decided. But what we have decided on, since people are practicing for the contest at about 9:45, we will have people be able to go around, we'll watch, and you'll go around, you just, whoever's in there, and you will practice just going around the thing and get your 3-minute dance, just like you're in a real competition. We might even give out a little prize. It'll be something small, but we're going to do that. So 9:45 every Wednesday, we will have practice for the competition. So talk about second Sunday. What we're doing second Sunday.
Okay, on second Sunday, everybody's gonna meet. We're gonna have a great discussion. See how we can raise.
Second Sunday is our party, sir. I don't know.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. We're gonna meet. While everybody's there, we're talking about having good community relationships. How
At
we're
the
gonna
party?
Yeah,
What is
well,
Herman talking about?
we're not
Is he
gonna
hot?
stop. We're not gonna stop and talk about it, but
Is
we're gonna
Herman
go
hot?
around and talk about it to individuals while we play music and we dance. And
Okay,
it's
he's
just
hot.
community
I don't
support.
know.
Just a community support.
We're having 60. I don't know what Herman's talking about.
Yeah, well, I'm not done yet, honey.
Oh,
So
okay.
we're gonna have a walking at 60 and over competition on this second Sunday. That is one of our categories, or one of the world's largest categories, is walking in 60 and older. That is what we have. It's about having good community support, awareness, and how to uplift our community here in the area.
All I'm trying to do is have good parties and collaborate with people when we can, and that's all I'm trying to do. That's Herman's mission. Talking about the Texas, whatever he's talking about.
No, we just want
Don't say we, say you, say
I
I.
want to keep
That's
good-
when you need to say I.
All
Say
right,
I.
so I want to keep a good working
I'm not worried
relationship
about the whole of
and
Texas.
upbring Texas as a whole
Texas is a
in
big old
the
state.
region. Absolutely, sure is a big state. It's
He ain't
the
even
biggest
been to
state
El
on the-
Paso before.
So what?
He hasn't even been to El Paso and a lot of other
Not
places.
in El Paso.
Have you even been to Austin? You came to Austin to pick me up. Have you been
Oh,
there for
baby,
anything else?
come on.
I know you came to pick me up.
Party in Austin.
Okay. Once or twice. All the little towns. Texas is a big old
Saline,
one of the
Austin,
biggest
Beaumont,
states.
San
Have you been to
Antonio,
Brenham? Have you been to Sam Houston? Huntsville? This is a big old state. But anyway,
Round Rock.
all them places.
Yeah.
No, you never. What do you do at Sam Houston? In
I've
Huntsville?
not
That's
been
why
to Huntsville.
Oh, okay, that's why I was just wondering. But yeah. Anyway, that's his mission. Talking about building Texas one step at a time and all that. My mission is to just have great parties in Houston where we collaborate with each other, with our community, because we already do that. We already collaborate with pretty
We
much
support each other.
right. Most all the people in Houston, we collaborate with them. We come to their parties. We support them. We go out our way. Even sometimes when we out of town, we go out our way to get back to support them.
Right.
I want to travel. Well, I've been traveling less than I used to, and I'm happy for that because I want to support our city as much as possible. But also travel a little bit, here and there. Travel like once a month or once every other month even, and in between there, support our own city. That's my goal.
And I have my flight stuff. So we are ready, rocking, ready to go everywhere.
Right, and then so for second Sunday, my advertisement for second Sunday is that obviously we will get together. It's Legacy Bar and Venue. We meet at 6:00. That's the time the party starts. From 6 to about 10:30ish, and we will have the 60 and over
Walking and 60 and over.
walking the 60 and over contest. There, we'll give out a little cash prize. But it's mostly really to get a chance to practice for the world's largest. But we will I'm gonna give out like $50. So it's not gonna be a whole lot. And you could just, you can practice in advance, you can bring your own partner. And we will have a little grab bag people if they want to get in it. Like if people don't have a partner, we'll have a little sign up if somebody can pick somebody out of that sign up or whatever. But I prefer you to bring your own partner if you want to be in the world's largest, bring the partner that you want to be practicing with. That's preferred.
Right.
But if you don't have a partner, and you want to do it anyway, just come and we'll see if someone wants to partner up for you for that particular night.
And make sure you purchase Stepping with the Stars. The Stepping with the Stars weekend pass.
I'm about to order the stars too.
You will not. You're gonna have.
It's 7 parties. It's 7 parties.
It's 6 parties
For $100. 6 parties for $100.
for $100. So if you calculate that, it's about a little less than $20 a party.
So it's just about $15, right?
Yeah, something like
About
that.
like $15. So it is a day party on Friday. We don't know who's hosting it yet. So far, right now, it's us hosting the day party on Friday. Friday night, Ron Brown will be hosting the party.
That's if you have a day pass. It's a little.
If you had a day pass.
Now,
Yeah.
if you do a la carte, I think 2 parties maybe 140, 150.
We just
Then some other.
we only talk about the day pass.
But don't get the day pass.
The pass, get a day pass. It's $100,
Right.
and get the passes now or soon because they will go up at a later date. But get a pass, and then the passes include the day party, which is hosted by us right now, but we may have someone else host it. The night party is hosted by Ron Brown. Saturday, the day party is hosted by Grace Holden and Brandon, which is the Stepping Collective. The night party is us. That is the prelims, the actual prelims. That's us. And then on a Sunday, we may have someone host it, or we may do it ourselves. And we'll probably do something exciting. We'll do something exciting on one of those.
We're gonna be brunch on Sunday. Brunch and going away.
Hey, if we don't have nobody do the day party, it's just idea. Well, I don't know. I'll talk to them about that later. The day party on Friday. But anyway, so that is the prelim weekend. Get your passes as soon as you can, and come experience the wow. Be the superstar at our party. Be the one to highlight the party. Put on your superstar outfit. This is your chance to bling. This is your chance to wear some blingy stuff, to wear something that you may not naturally wear. I mean, you can step out like me, like I did when we went to Virginia, and I wore my butterfly thing, costume thing. You can do whatever you want to do because it's for the superstars. Stepping with the Stars on July the 31st through August the 2nd. So there you go.
Please share our live so more joiners can join in.
So what are we
And
talking?
big shout out to Stepping Collective and
Their party Saturday.
Grace Holden with Brandon. Their party on Saturday. Go check it out. It's gonna be incredible. We went out to I had an honor going out to it a few times myself, and I went to her class that she holds on some Saturdays. Absolutely incredible instructor. If you have not worked out with her, ladies, go out there. Man, go out there as well. She was getting on me, telling me, and I learned from her teacher telling me some of basics. She was getting on me, and it was all good. I'm like, oh, so I have corrected a lot. I cleaned up a lot. Thank you, Grace. Phenomenal person. Thank you.
I like when the ladies be kind of teaching the guys. I don't know. I feel like some of the ladies may be a little bit more gentle. Not all of them, because some of them are crazy. But the ladies, the ones who care about the community, are a little bit more gentle with the guys. And I think that we know where y'all supposed to be at because we know where y'all supposed to have us at. So I don't know. Sometimes we may be able to give you a little bit of tips according to what it feel like from a follower's point of view. I don't know. Maybe.
Good morning, Gloria Miller, as well. Good morning to you.
We're talking. Go ahead.
Can you
You
give me a
done?
small phone, please?
No. Are you done, sir? Mr. Sir? We're talking about how divorce happens. In my opinion, as a therapist, well, you didn't ever say how you think it happens, Herman. How do you think people get to the point
Absolutely.
divorce or cheating, because I feel like cheating is already when people have not. Some people just cheat because they're cheaters, right? But a lot of people cheat because they've already checked out, in my opinion. So how do people get to the point of either starting to cheat or trying to think like looking outside the relationship or totally getting out the relationship by divorcing? How do you think people get to that point? Because I think it happens for a reason.
All right. So a fantastic question.
Several
Now,
reasons.
I'm going to give you an answer from the School of Hard Knocks. So this is not from the School of Doctorate Degree. This is a answer from the School of Hard Knocks. Is what I provide. Dr. Butterfly is a doctor, and she provides these clinical answers. So, from the School of Hard Knocks, from what I see, is how this could happen, and how divorce happens, and it's so familiar where people are just doing it like it's the thing to do. They're inviting other people into their space that really they shouldn't. If you know that you invite somebody to your home, what's going to be a problem? Why?
Say that again.
Let's say you invite somebody to your home and you see that a person has a problem with respecting marriages.
Okay.
You know, I would never invite a person like that to live with me. And in your case, we're not inviting anybody to live with us.
Right.
So if you're inviting something like that to your situation, yeah, that's a negative. If you're hanging around, my opinion, if you're going to strip clubs, man, and stuff like that, looking and trying to lust over women, that's inviting some kind of soul, like like a negative spirit to you. You know what I mean?
Demon.
My woman is the most beautiful woman I ever see. Even if I see an attractive woman, I'm like, man, my woman is the baddest woman on earth. To me, my woman is, and you should feel that about your woman as well. Are there beautiful women out? Yes, there's a lot of beautiful women out. We're in a tough community where these ladies are in shape. These women are beautiful. But I always hold my woman to the highest level and let her know I appreciate her. Now, yesterday, I'm out. I'm going to give you an example. I'm out. And she calls me. She's like, where are you at? No, I'm not giving you something. So she's like, don't give me any food. I just ate. And she's on this weight conscious thing. She thinks she's getting, we get a little relationship weight, but
I gained like 6 pounds.
We're working it off. I gained about 3. We're working it off. So I'm out, and she calls me and she says, what are you doing? I said, I'll give you something, honey. Like, don't give me any food. I said, I'm not, baby, something else. So she's gonna say in response, well, I'm sorry, I didn't get you nothing from eat. I'm like, well, you never do. And stop. I'm used to it. One day, God will put in your heart to say, what does my husband need to eat? What does he want? She already knows everything I eat. So, I had to do that to make her feel some kind of way.
I didn't feel no kind of way. I had like 8 minutes and ran at Chipotle's, and I know I was eating a protein diet.
So
I didn't know if he wanted no protein diet.
So nevertheless, I get home. She's outside in the street working out. So I give her a snow cone that she put in the refrigerator.
Yeah, because that was too much sugar. I'm on a diet. See, he trying to mess my diet up.
But it was a thought that counts. So it was a thought that counts. Like I bought some flowers over here. They're dead now. Now the rose you got from like the sports party, I believe.
Yeah, but they still.
I got some flowers over here that I'll refresh.
I got this from Faces of Houston.
Oh, Faces of Houston. So I'll refresh these I'll refresh her flowers every so often. Now she moved the room that she sits in because I used to go give her a foot massage and all that other stuff, but I can't because the room you sit in, I don't want to wet my rug. So I can't do that now until she goes back to the.
It's a crime to get a foot rub now. In the beginning, I was getting a foot rub.
She was in a whole other room.
Just saying.
I told her this. And so
that's what y'all be doing too, forgetting to do stuff.
So yeah, so
that you did in the beginning. But anyway, go ahead.
I get up, I do a lot.
I'm just playing.
So yeah, don't forget to pamper your mate. Tell her how much you love her. Let her know how beautiful she is. You know, because when people start doing that and other people are in her ear, sometimes she may start listening to that. There's nothing that a dude can tell my wife that I ain't already said. You know, I mean, baby, I'm drinking about, but I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that one. But baby, you're the finest thing I've ever seen, girl. Like your ass, girl. Hey, you know, so it's all about having fun, flirting, and keeping up the good spirits with your woman. When that dies, the passion dies, you can get it back, but you're gonna have to work at it. And ladies, the same here. You know, even though we're busy working, we always need to hear something from y'all about what we're doing right and not always what we're doing wrong. Because like I'm the first to admit, I'm the first to admit. I said, hey, if one of my family members come over my house, come over here, they'd be like, "You're wrong," and start arguing with me, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm wrong. I might be wrong a lot of the time. Yeah, I might not be right, but my baby, she's gonna have my back regardless of right or wrong." And I told her I'm gonna have her back. I don't care if she goes out and punch a priest. We're gonna kick that together. When you know, because I'm down with you like 4 flats on the Cadillac, regardless, whatever. And that's what she needs to know, and your mate needs to know that. Right, wrong, or indifferent. I got your back 1000%. And she's not gonna do anything like that, evidently. But I'm just saying, if somebody's like, your wife is wrong because of this. No. In her mind, she's right. So in my mind, she's right. So, you know, don't come to me with no stuff like that saying how my spouse is wrong, because you know she's not in my eyes.
So what is that? Prioritizing your spouse, you think? What is that? Or
being down and in my terms from the school of the hard knocks in the Ebonics language, I'm down with you like 4 flats on a Cadillac.
Okay. So from my point of view, clinical standpoint, what I think that causes divorce gets you there, because divorce don't just happen. Sometimes I talk to people and they sit up and tell me stuff like, "Well, I didn't even know nothing was going on." Yeah, okay. Are you serious? And then sometimes they'll tell me, "Well, we don't even have sex no more." Okay, well, you knew something was going on. I mean, if you're not having sex with your partner, I mean, I understand if you can't because of a medical reason, but you still should be having something sexual going on with your partner, even if you got medical stuff. Because there's still stuff you can do. You better get that bag. Go to one of them stores.
You funny, baby. My favorite.
He go to one of the stores. Go to what's their name? Rude. He go to thing right here. Go to Nude. That's their name. Go to these people right here.
Big ups to Nude, my guy.
See that?
Yep.
Yeah, go to them. I think my shirt is backwards. Yeah, go to them.
It's not. The camera fixes it.
Okay, get you a bag. Get you the bag. Y'all see that? That's Jay Chanel and Janice Company. They in the dance community. Go to them and get you a bag. And you just say, okay, look, everything in the bag, we gonna try it. Bam. And try everything in the bag.
Now, I must admit I had a gummy one day or something, and it I don't like to have a mind alter state, but I did alter my mind, but
he don't like them gummies.
I was pumping like a rabbit, like I was 19.
Yeah, but I mean it's up to you on that. I don't do stuff like that either. But toys, just get you a toy bag. And it doesn't matter if, I mean, let's be honest, people at a certain age sometimes that don't work no more. Okay. That's fine. But you should be doing something. You should be having some type of intimate connection. You know what I'm saying? And if you got a hormone problem, you need to tell the doctor. I got several women who got hormone issues. And I'm like, well, did you tell your doctor? No. You need to tell the doctor. And if the men are too embarrassed to tell the doctor, take your wife with you. I just told the lady yesterday to go to the store, to the doctor with her wife, and tell the doctor what is going on with his sexual stuff.
Right.
Because one man was taking the blue pill and it wasn't working, it was getting his heart rate up or something. And so they ended up giving him Cialis, and the Cialis worked. Mm. So maybe you might have to make adjustments. Just because you try one thing and it don't work, you might need to try another thing. But even if that does not work, you should still be having some sort of intimate connection, sexual connection, if you're married. All right, and now if neither one of you want to do it, okay, whatever, that's cool. But if one person wants some kind of sexuality, then y'all should be doing that. Go ahead, you got comments.
All right, yeah, let's go into comments. Precious, good morning, Precious, to you. It says, down with you like flow flats on the Cadillac.
Yeah.
Art Janelle Anderson, don't start something you can't finish.
That for real. Like in the beginning, if you rub your feet, keep on rubbing feet.
I hear you are discussing boundaries. Number one, marriage essentials and grand rising. So,
yeah.
Let's see. Other feeds.
Because yours should be on now. Ain't yours?
Yeah, mine is on.
Yeah, because I can connect to yours and mine.
Yeah, mine. All right, excuse me. Now, so we finished with the sexual.
Yeah, we finished that part, but that ain't what I really was getting into. Okay. I just piggybacked off. But what it is that, for my opinion, working with couples, what causes divorces too is resentment. Resentment. So, and what causes resentment? It could be different things, but one thing that causes resentment a lot, and this is in the Gottman, they study divorce and how people get divorced, and they also say this is a big one. Invalidating. So, the man says, and I just had a couple with this. The woman got a problem because women bring problems up more often than men do. That's just the science. That's the truth. They've done many studies on it. Men call it fussing. Women bring up things, usually conversations, because they feel like if this is not dealt with, they're going to end up disconnecting from the relationship. And so they bring up these issues. Well, men be like, there's nothing going on. You tripping about nothing. They feel like in their head, okay, the lights came on, the water runs, the rent, the mortgage is paid, your car got gas in it, your car started, there's no problems. What are you talking about? That's their take. Their take is like, if everything is good, what are you talking about? But for women, these things that men call nothing is something. And so then when it's not dealt with, it's just not just this, but whatever creates resentment, in my opinion, is how people end up getting divorced. Because then when resentment is not dealt with, they feel overwhelmed, they feel hopeless, and they feel like there's no way to talk to the person. Because resentment is like a big old ball of disconnection. And it creates disconnection. So here's it. Divorce isn't a single event. It's a series of small disconnections over time. So that's what it is. It's like disconnections, agreeing to disagree. And over time, it pulls you apart more and more. And you continue to become disconnected. And once you get so disconnected, it's very difficult to get back reconnected. But it's even what Herman said too. We're not on the same team. Like when your partner lets you know y'all on the same team, no matter what, I'm gonna be here for you no matter what. Sometimes you can look over other things when you really believe in your heart that you're on the same team and you're together. You sometimes can look over other small resentments. But when that part is not there too, where we're not on the same team, when that feeling or ideal is there, then everything is even bigger. So it's like, if you got that, like sometimes me and him have our little spats or whatever. But the whole thing is that I know this is the life I want. I want a life where we do things together. I want a life where we go places together. I want a life where we are really connected. You know, I want that kind of life. So it's worth it. So that's what I have to ask people at that point. Is it what makes it worth it? What makes this particular relationship worth it? A lot of people get divorced because they should have never got married in the first place. I'm gonna say that too. Because in the beginning, if you don't even know why is it worth it, everybody's annoying. Everybody gets on everybody's nerves from time to time. I don't care who you with. That's the science. Stan Tactor said it. Everybody's high maintenance. Every single person on this earth is high maintenance. Some people are too high maintenance, but I mean, because you shouldn't be overly to another extreme level of high maintenance. But everybody's high maintenance at some point. Okay, so since you know that, and everybody's going to get on your nerves, you need patience and tolerance. You need to have a lot of tolerance to deal with any human being. So anyway, beyond that, the resentment and disconnection. And so then you got to know how to reconnect. You got to know what disconnection feels like. And we know what it feels like. And what does it feel like to reconnect? What does disconnection feel like to you, Herman? Because that's really what it is. A bunch of disconnections leading up to a big ball of we're not for each other.
So disconnection to me is when you're not on the same wavelength. You could be upset, and you know your partner's upset, and when you know this, it is up to you to try to fix it. And man, unfortunately, we're gonna have to be the one to set a pride aside. I'm not saying bow down by any means and fix this relationship. If you want to get it in the bedroom and your woman's disconnected, then you're probably not gonna have that experience or be less of that experience. So man, you're gonna have to figure out what your woman likes. How can I get to her? Like she told me something, she's like, if you cuss at me, don't talk for 3 hours. And guess what? I cussed at her one day.
You be getting loud. You don't necessarily be cussing. You just be getting loud.
I gave her 3 hours. I'm like, let me do this. Let me do what she said. I gave her 3 hours.
No, I said that was an example. That ain't a
But I
bad
gave her 3 hours. And then when I came back, she relaxed. And I was like, hey baby, you know what? I was tripping. You know, we was arguing with each other. Yeah, it was my fault. I was tripping. Sometimes even if you don't think it's your fault, still just be like, move on. Let's talk about how we can come to a win-win conclusion.
Solution,
right?
But even sometimes men saying it's their fault all the time doesn't work. Like that can go because that's one of the issues. I was just talking to a couple about that. If a man says all the time, because I have some guys like that, that's the method they try. And then they become a big ball of fire. they start going crazy. But it can't always be the man saying, okay, my fault, let me have it her way. Let's do it your way. Okay, that's what you want to do. But she don't do that anyway. That's definitely not the truth. But
I
do not do that. You do not.
Baby, I'll come back later. Okay, I might not say it's my fault, but I'll be like, hey baby, let's talk.
You do that, but you definitely don't. You definitely keep that ego up there. But anyway, and be wanting people to do it however you say. But anyway, me and B, if they keep saying that, oh well, then it's okay to do sometimes. It's not black and white. Sometimes you do need to be the hero in the situation. That's true. Both people need to practice doing it. They can't just be the men thing. Both people, the woman and the man, need to practice being the hero and rescuing the relationship some of the time. You can't be one person. If it's one-sided, what ends up happening is the person start to say, you know, I never get my way. Like this person always wins and I never get my way. Then they just feel disempowered. And if they feel disempowered over time, they're going to check out. You know what I'm saying? They're going to check out. And that's what I put on my Facebook the other day when I said men can feel dead and just really disconnected and just numb because they keep saying that happy wife, happy life. Nah, that happy wife, happy life stuff really don't work right. I mean, really don't work. Now, hey, it's a great idea to give in as much as you can, but you should not give in all the time. Both people should be having that spirit of giving in and not letting the fight go on and on and on. Both people need to have that spirit. It can't be a one person, happy wife, happy life. Happy couple. Happy couple is what we need. It's not, if we're gonna be happy wife, happy life, the wife need to also be happy husband, happy life. It need to be both people need to have that energy. When one person is too far out there, the other person need to bow down. Both people need to try to figure out how to back down.
Well, it's not
Yeah,
really
patience
about
and
bow
tolerance.
down. I wouldn't say bow
I'm not saying back down.
back down.
I
Now,
said back down, like
first
stop.
she said loose couples can lead to an avalanche.
Yes. If you don't work stuff out, and it keep coming up, and you keep saying stuff like this one like to say, you're fussing at
Like, when's the
me.
last time I said
And
that?
you haven't said it in a long time.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you.
You used to
So
say it.
let's-
You
let's
did
not-
stop saying it.
I'm not
But
saying-
invalidating people sounds like that's not a big deal. You're tripping on nothing. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it stonewall. Sometimes you can say I don't want to talk about it right now, especially when you feel like you're heated, and you are. You
And you
feel your
should.
face is hot. Hold up here, you all hot.
Right, and you should not talk about it then
Yeah, you
because
need to stop.
you're gonna need to get some time.
Right. You need to seal your lips.
Yeah, you'll need to get some time because you might say the wrong thing, and the wrong thing you might say,
You're gonna say the wrong thing real bad.
probably so. And thing you say, it may land you into divorce courts.
Yeah, because some people not gonna forget everything you say. If you say a bunch of crazy stuff to people, even though you mad, and I say stuff when I'm mad that I shouldn't say, you're still held responsible. Just like the police say when they get you, they say what you say can be held against you. I mean, you can't just
I
let
remember
out
I got a
mean
seatbelt
stuff to
ticket
people.
one day, and the guy was like, "You didn't have your seatbelt on." And I'm like, "I did. I know I didn't." But as soon as he hit the block, I put that mug on, and I was like, "Man." The older cars used to come down and put the seatbelt on for you. So I'm like, man, this car automatically put the seatbelt on as soon as I closed the door. I know I had it on. I don't have to put it on because it automatically attaches. And he was like, "You're lying." I'm like, man, hey, this car does it automatically. So he didn't give me a ticket, but So sometimes you have to exaggerate just a bit, especially in some cases like
Anyway.
hey, I'm wrong. No, you're not wrong, or you don't think you're wrong. But come back and let's talk about a win-win situation once that dies down.
And don't do like he did. When he came up with a win-win situation, he just named a win-win situation. That's an agreement between two people. A win-win solution is we both talk about what we want in a situation. Like what do I feel the solution is? What do I feel the solution is? What do I feel like we should do now? And then we try to cut down the middle. We try to come get a piece of what each person wants. And then that's, both people give in a little bit on the win-win solution. Both people have to give in, trying to hold on to whatever their point of view is. They have to give in a little bit. And then that you create a win-win solution. Both people get a win out of it. That's what it is. Like, okay, you want this, I want this. I give in a little bit to what you want, you give in a little bit to what I want. And so we both won something, but neither one of us won the whole deal. But both of us won something instead of one person lost totally and the other person won it all. That doesn't work.
Right. You really never look at it like a loss, like I'm losing this. No, you're gaining the trust and you're gaining your partner. You're gaining your partner's trust and you're easing your arguments in your situation that you're dealing with. So never look at it like, oh, I'm losing this argument or I'm losing this battle, because you're not in a battle.
Right.
You're together. So love is the battlefield, not towards one another ever. If your love is a battlefield towards one another, you got some problems and you need to come see Dr. Butterfly in a hurry, because if you love it, it's a battlefield.
Yeah, because most people think that divorce starts with disconnection starts with cheating, fighting, or falling out of love, but actually it begins a lot of times way bigger than that, way before that. Like a lot of times, people don't just start cheating. Some people do, like I said, some people do just start cheating, but for the most part, especially women, when they start cheating, Most women who cheat are looking for another spouse. First of all, they are not cheating because they just want to cheat. They cheat because they want to leave. For the most part, not everybody. Some people are just natural born. They was cheating before you even married them. They cheated the night before they got married. That's a different story. I'm not talking about compulsive cheating. When I deal with situations like that, what I tell people is, you already know your partner is a cheater, and I tell them right in front of them. I don't sneak and say it behind their back. You already know they're cheating. They're a cheater. They always cheat. They've been cheating. They're not going to stop cheating. If you want to be happy, you're gonna still be with this person. Stop trying to stop them. Let them do what they do and quit arguing about it because you already know they're going to do that. You're not going to change them because some people are not going to leave people. If you know you're not going to leave people and they're a cheater, why are you going to keep being in an uproar about it? Because they're going to keep doing it, and maybe they like it. Maybe they like all the attention on them, like little kids do. There are little kids that just do things wrong so that their parents can keep their eyes on them all the time, so they can get all the attention. Probably grown people like that too. They continue to cheat so that all your attention is on them at all times. Yeah, I wouldn't even do it. Stop letting them to run your whole life and take all your energy and just stop worried about it. But anyway, that's another story. Compulsive cheating is another story. But I'm talking about people who have been faithful in the marriage for many years and all of a sudden they start cheating. Usually they've already checked out of the marriage. So that's not the marriage resentment has been going on for a real long time by the time they get there. And so resentment is what I feel like causes cheating. Disconnection and resentment. Small times where things were not worked out, and over time, it became a big ball of resentment. And it's real hard to get through it, recover. And even when I find people in that with that big ball of resentment, they be getting this place we call negative sentiment override. And I tell them just to, like, y'all need to just close your mouth and stop talking. Because every time y'all talk, y'all argue. Because everything is a battle. So why don't y'all just try to live actually for a little bit without talking? Even in counseling, everything they say, the partners say, they take it offense. They become offended. It's because they're already in negative sentiment override. So then I try to tell them, okay, let's do something where we create positive sentiment override, where we just try to stay as positive as possible. We do everything we can to try to create positivity. And then people, sometimes people fight back against that. But the people who actually do it, it works. Because there's been so much negativity that everything is just negative. And it works when they just really practice creating positive moments, many positive moments as possible, many positive moments as possible. And like I say, some people don't want to do that. They'll try to fight against it. But I'm like, why are you in counseling? You're not going to do what the therapist says. And then later you're going to say counseling don't work. So anyway, so to break down the myth, it just happens. Couples often say we grew apart, things change. Truth, divorce is usually predictable and preventable patterns ignored over time. And divorce is rarely sudden, and it really is. It accumulated through emotional neglect. Like when things happen, you neglect to deal with it. And the old people was right when they said pick your arguments. Yes, you need to pick your arguments.
Absolutely. 1,000.
You don't want to argue about everything,
No.
but some things do need to be talked about and worked out. And the main thing is you need to reconnect. And so, in your marriage, you should talk about how do we reconnect? Like, how do we reconnect? When there's a disconnection that happens, how do we reconnect? I know I heard something, but it's just a text.
No.
What was you saying? How do we reconnect, Herman? What are some ideas on reconnecting? Oh.
How do we reconnect once you have disconnection?
Yeah, like once you have disconnection, how do you reconnect?
By talking it out, by doing something together.
Okay. Like what?
I want to see a lot.
You said you want to see it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to go back to it and say hi to the people who said something like yesterday. Okay, and I need to reconnect my other Facebook page once you connect yours. I do got 2 Facebook pages.
All right. And before we come to the end, let's go find a seat.
I think next week I'm gonna start that group that I'm supposed to be on Tuesday nights. I'm gonna start it even if I have to start it, even though I have to start it an online group, striving, thriving over surviving. I'm gonna start it. So I'm gonna put the advertisement out about it. And then I'm gonna try to go do it in person though.
All right. Hey, everybody. We have, let's see.
Tuesday nights at 7 p.m.
Dwayne Mitchell is on. Good morning, Kelton Bryant.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
You know who Kelton? I think ain't he from Dallas? Or is he from Houston? I know who that is. I remember he from Dallas or Houston. Say good morning though. Did you barely saying it? Did you
Yeah,
tell,
good
right?
morning to everybody.
Oh, okay.
So that I can see. That's why I asked you.
Good morning, Precious. So like she said, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
read it.
well, I'll be ready.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Whenever you
Well, no, you didn't read it all. Precious said, so relationships take mutual patience and tolerance, calm, mature communication, and compromise. And that's true.
I did not read that.
It does. It takes definitely patience. If you don't have no patience and tolerance, you're like, I'm very impatient. Everybody know it. You probably shouldn't get married to nobody. Just saying. Like you're gonna have to have some patience and tolerance to deal with any human being. Because every human being is kind of annoying. Look, Precious says, practice positive sentiment override. She just and Dwayne is on and Kelton. Hey Dwayne, how you doing? Hey, Arjanelle, I know he spoke, but I'm speaking again. And she just says, don't start something they can't finish.
Right.
But I'm gonna read the other one. See if anybody says something in our old live. Is the volume down before I push it? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's it.
That's the one today. Let's go to the other one.
Man, this Ron's coffee
Yesterday.
got me up a little bit.
Oh, really? This gave you energy?
Well,
What about this Rise Coffee? How did you find out about it?
it's on
On Facebook?
Yep.
Oh, really? You can learn a lot of stuff on Facebook, can't you?
Yeah.
I'm trying to see this in the comments. I don't know why I won't show it to me. Oh, because I know how it is. If you wait till you get to the end, they'll see the comments. Hold on. Anyway, I was trying to go to the comments yesterday on the live. Anyway, just last commercial about WOW. Come out and experience the WOW on Wednesdays at Legacy Bar and Venue. Just Dance Wednesdays, where we just dance. And then second Sundays at Legacy Bar and Venue. This Sunday, we will have a short, it will not take all night. It will take about 20 minutes contest for walking and over 60s. We will give out a little bit of money. And hopefully you will bring a partner on this contest or choose a partner in the club that night. It don't matter. You can bring a partner or choose a partner. But it will only take about 20 minutes. So don't be sitting up thinking, oh, I don't want to go out because there's not going to be no dancing. There's going to be dancing all night. We will have free food as usual. It is $10 in advance, the tickets, and $15 at the door. We'll get that flyer put out. We will be celebrating birthdays. And so if you would like to celebrate your birthday with us, please let us know. We'll put you on the flyer. And if you want a section, you can get it. You can have a section. So anyway, just come out and celebrate with us. Come out and be part of the party. Come out and be the superstar.
Don't forget to do our Houston, Texas prelims to the world's largest 35th annual competition.
We have the tickets out.
We have the tickets out. Click on it, purchase before the early bird special goes away. And last but not least, thank everybody for coming, and let's go into refer before we. You have any last words?
I don't think so.
Lord Jesus, thank you. Give everybody everything they need by today, tomorrow, and forever. Thank you, Lord, for being in our corner, for being in everyone's corner. Please help us and help J3. He is going through some stuff right now. So please help James Johnson III out. Amen, everybody. Thank you. Thank y'all for coming. See y'all later.